Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I am a homeschooling mom of 3 kids and we are going into our 11th year of homeschooling. I would love for you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you are notified of all of my future videos. Today I am going to be talking all about the yearly plan in my Erin Condren teacher planner. I use an Erin Condren teacher planner as my homeschool planner. It has 52 weeks of planning pages for the year. It is a full year planner and it doesn't have a whole lot of extra stuff, which is what I have found in most homeschool planners. I don't like to combine all of the things in my planners because there are too many things and it becomes overwhelming for me. I do have a full video walkthrough as well as an initial setup video for my Erin Condren teacher planner for this year. And I will leave links for those in the description box if you are interested. So I'm just going to share how I use this yearly plan. It is not all of my yearly planning for homeschool, but it's kind of an overview. Now, the first thing that I do is, which if you watched my initial setup video of the teacher planner, is I replace the labels. These are, these boxes have months on them already and it goes January through December. And because I do not run my homeschool year January through December, I run it July through June, I relabel those and I just use a sticker from one of the Erin Condren monthly sticker books. That's what I used. However, you could just white it out and write the date, write the month if you want to, or you could leave it January through December, no problem. But for me personally, I like to see July through June. That's just what I like. Now, so what I do is, I'm going to try and show this to you, is I will put any important days as well as themes for the month. Now, themes are something that I do with my kids when they're in elementary. Jack is going into middle school. Emma is in 8th grade. So the themes for them have pretty much gone away, but Lucy is going into 1st grade and I wanted to bring back these themes because I really love a seasonal rhythm and I like to focus on the seasons and the different things that we do each month for seasonal things. That's right. That's great, Heather. So these themes do help me to stay focused on what I want to do with the kids each month. And I do pull different little activities around the theme. You know, I will just go on Pinterest or Teachers Pay Teachers and just grab something, or I will make my own thing focusing on that theme. And that gives us a little bit more like fun stuff to do. So it's not so much curriculum based. There are some fun activities as well. If I don't write the themes down, I don't think about the themes. I will instead just plug along with our curriculum, which my kids do love, and doing the activities and stuff with the curriculum is great. But having that reminder in this yearly planning, it helps me to transfer that into our monthly calendar and then into our weeks as we are going through each month. So the first thing that I do obviously is write the important days. I have in August, Jack's birthday, back to school, our first day of school. We like to go to the fair, and then the theme is back to homeschool and rhythms. So the theme is not always like pumpkins or apples or Halloween or Valentine's Day. In August, it will be back to homeschool and creating new rhythms and goals for my kids. My kids enjoy filling out those first day of school interviews and doing vision boards on things that they want to learn. For the new year, we do vision boards with the kids twice a year in January for the new year, and then also right at the start of our homeschool year. So the kids think about their goals in 6-month time blocks, it's easier for them. They don't think about long-term goals. They're thinking about what they want to learn right now. And then I take that information and it helps me to make sure that I have the resources that they need for whatever they want to work on, because we do try to do a lot of interest-led learning here as well. So then after I have the theme, then I put whatever Brave Writer arrows, darts, boomerangs that we are working on for the month, because it's good for me to have it here. I don't have a, there isn't a schedule for Brave Writer that says you're doing this month. Okay, that's not true. They do sell a full package for like a boomerang package, and you get 10 books, and each book is released on the first day of the month, and you download the guide and print it out and either put it in a binder or coil bind it or comb binding, or however you want to keep that material together, you do that. But I pick and choose based partially on what the kids want to read, partially on books that they are already reading for Sunlight or that we are reading aloud together, and then other books that I think are important for them to read. So each month I will write down the book, and I do it in the color for the kid. So Lucy is pink and Emma is this deeper pink color, more like a purple. I don't know. No, purple is my family color. So, and then Jack is blue. So I will write in January, Dart, The Mouse and the Motorcycle, Boomerang, Great American Short Stories. This helps me when I am planning our month ahead, so that I know what books we need to be reading first and making sure that we're getting through specific chapters. I do try to read the books a little bit before the month starts, mainly so that on that first week when we're doing copy work, we have already gotten through whatever chapter the copy work is from, because it progresses throughout the book. So for instance, in Charlotte's Web, I think it's the opening sentence in Charlotte's Web for the Dart is the copy work. So we want to have read the first chapter instead of starting with the copy work and not having read the chapter yet. So that's what I am using these yearly planning boxes for. It is not the entire year plan. It is more just some notes that I have so that when I'm looking at the month ahead, when I sit down for my planning day for the month ahead, I know what we have coming up. There are some months that I will have a dart, an arrow, and a boomerang all together, and that takes a little bit extra planning. There are months when I am combining Emma and Jack on an arrow or a boomerang. I think only arrows this year. And then there are months that Lucy doesn't have a dart, or you know, so it just depends on the month. It helps me keep things straight, and that is how I use those boxes. Now, you can really use them for anything that you want. The monthly boxes are good to make sure that you have any important days, vacations, days off, things like that, so that when you're planning your month ahead, you're not trying to overschedule yourself, which is very easy to do, especially when you have kids in multiple levels, because there are so many things that need to be done. So you're trying to cram all of that in, but it allows me to have a little bit, to see that I need to keep some margin in my schedule. If I have a month where I only have one book that we're doing, great. And I think actually, let me see. So in August, we are only doing the arrow, the green ember, and this is going to be for both Emma and Jack. I do not have a dart for Lucy. So I know that I am only going to have this book to work on for this month. And part of the reason that I do that is because we're doing back to school and we're going to be setting new rhythms and getting our days, getting back into a school rhythm where we're doing multiple subjects. So I know that I'm going to need some extra time, especially using new curriculum and new books and resources. So having just one book here is a lot better for me instead of, in September, we have 3. And the reason that we have 3 is because we should be in a good rhythm at this point, and we will work through every day and just keep plugging along. And then in December, I do have 2 books, but we're also going to be doing Advent. There we go. I do have 2 books, an arrow and a boomerang. And we're going to be focusing on Advent. So we take our big homeschool break between Thanksgiving and New Year's. We are still doing school, but we're not doing as much of the formal curriculum from Sunlight. We sort of break off and do more projects and holiday related things. So this just helps me to keep my head in the game, knowing what I need to get done each month. Again, you can use them however you want, but this is how I have been using the yearly boxes. And I think that just taking the time to write down some themes, things that I want to cover, sometimes I forget because Lucy is now coming up and doing the same stuff that we did so many years ago with Emma and Jack. I have such a large gap between Lucy and Emma that I forget about some of the fun things that we used to do when Emma and Jack were really little. And I obviously want to include that for Lucy. I don't want her to just be so focused on school, which she's 6.5 right now. She is not focused on school. She's focused on playing, which she should be. I want to have a little bit more structure around those themes so that I am sharing with her some of the fun things that Emma and Jack did when they were younger. And also it's nice to see Emma and Jack say, oh, I remember when we did that for, the apple theme, when you're doing the printing with the apples. It's just fun. So that is how I am using these monthly boxes in the yearly plan section of the Erin Condren Teacher Planner. I would love for you to let me know how you use these boxes. Do you put a lot more information? Is it more just an overview of your month ahead? Do you do themes in your homeschool? Are you like in a seasonal rhythm with your homeschool? Is that how you run your year? I would love to hear. Leave me a comment below. If you could give this video a thumbs up, I would be so appreciative. That is an easy way to let the YouTube algorithm know that this is this is content that you enjoy. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.